My name is CPA Bashir Mohammed Garane, Managing Partner of Bashir Garane and Associate Certified Public Accountant of Kenya. Today, I want to address the new tax implications. As you know, in April 2020, the government of Kenya introduced some measures that were aimed at cushioning individuals and businesses from the impact of COVID-19. Some of the measures include lowering of income tax, value-added tax rates. For instance, VAT was reduced from 16% to 14%. Corporate tax rate was reduced from 30% to 25%. Turnover tax was reduced from 3% to 1%. There was also reduction of pension income tax rate, personal income tax rate, PE, from 30% to 25%. Now, again on the 23rd December 2020, the President of the Republic assented to the Tax Laws Amendments Act number 2 of 2020, which was later published on 27th November 2020. This seeks to reverse the major tax changes introduced in April 2020. The key amendments includes, we had reinstatement of the resident corporate tax of 30%. We had the reinstatement of 30% rate of tax for individuals. We had reinstatement of 16% value-added tax. There was also introduction of minimum tax. There was also introduction of digital tax. Now, if we are to talk about the first one, which is now the reinstatement of resident corporate tax rates 30%, and possibly we look at its implications. As we know, the corporation tax rate has been reinstated to 30% from 25%, which was introduced in April 2020 with the aim of cushioning individuals and businesses from impact of COVID-19. Now, the implications of that tax changes is that the increase in the corporate tax rate will mean that despite the current economic challenges, companies will need to dig deeper to settle their tax liabilities. That is one thing. Number two, it also means this introduction, will also bring a challenge on computation of the 2020 annual taxes and filing of returns, given that it's expected that resident companies will be required to apportion their income prior to determining their annual tax position, i.e., for example, 30% from income earned before 25th April 2020, 25% from income earned between 25th April 2020 and 31st December 2020, and 30% from any income earned after 1st of January 2020. For example, let's assume a company with a March year end will determine tax income for the period April 2020, taxable at 30%, and the period May to December, taxable at 25%, then for January to March 2021 at 30%. Now, introduction to minimum tax. In the new tax rate, there was introduction to minimum tax. What's minimum tax? Minimum tax is the base income tax payable by all persons regardless of whether or not they are making profit. It's chargeable at 1% of gross turnover. Now, the reason for minimum tax is that there is some businesses that continually declare losses in their returns and not paying taxes but have been in operations over the past years. On business, income is based on profit made. However, when businesses make losses in a financial year, no taxes are payable and the losses is carried forward to the next period. Now, to address this inequality in the tax payment, minimum tax was introduced to ensure that all persons pay a fair share of tax. Now, some concerns has been raised on minimum tax being double taxation for those paying installment tax. Now, contrary to those claims, paying this tax will not amount to any double taxation since it is an alternative to installment tax. Where installment tax payable by a person is higher than minimum tax, then the person shall pay installment tax. However, where a minimum tax is higher than installment tax, then the minimum tax shall be payable. Minimum tax shall be paid in installments and shall be due on 20th day of each period, ending 4th, 6th, 9th, and 12th year of income. For example, if your year of income ends at December, the installment tax shall be due on 20th of April, 20th of June, 20th of September, and 20th of December. There are incomes exempted from paying minimum tax. We have employment income, we have residential rental income, income subject to capital gains tax, income subject to turnover tax, income from mining and petroleum activities. Now, let's look at the implications. What is the implications of this new tax rate, or what is the implication of introduction of minimum tax? This is a strategy of expanding the tax base, since it will rope in more people who are previously not paying tax. It's also a way of fostering equity and fairness in the tax system, since the tax burden will not be carried out by those who have been compliant over the years, but before everyone will pay a fair share of tax. These are some of the questions you have asked previously. What is the transactional amount over which VAT is applicable for a small business, or any person, individual, or a company, partnership that has supplied or is expecting to supply a taxable goods worth Kenya shillings 5 million is supposed to register for VAT. Someone asked, I have recently started a company, how do I register for VAT? Now, registration of VAT is done online via the iTax platform. Someone also asked, what's the implication of not filing VAT when business is not operating? As long as the company is registered for value added tax VAT obligation, the VAT returns must be made on or before 20th of the following month. That is noted. Now, failure of which will attract a penalty of 10,000 or 5% of the tax due, whichever that's now higher. The business that's not in operation but has an VAT obligation will file nil returns. I have been out of the country. Am I supposed to do my tax returns for the period I've been away? Yes, you are supposed to do your returns whether you are away or you are in the country.
CPA Mohamed Hussein from Bashir Garan Associates, General Business Advisory. Digital service tax is a tax payable on income accrued within Kenya at the rate of 1.5% on gross transaction. It's applied to three groups: one, digital marketplace providers, digital service providers; three, tax agents in the case of non-resident digital service providers and digital marketplace providers. Tax disclosure program is a program aiming to tax cheat on those companies that are not disclosing their taxes to the taxman, and it's rolled out in a period of 3 years, effective from 1st January 2021 to December 2023. It applies or it is spread across individuals and companies.
Thank you, Tally Solutions.